next guest. Welcome back to Bay Sunday. Well, ever pop on the radio and find a favorite tune that just takes you somewhere else? It might even change a bad mood into a good one. Well, it's the power of sound, from music to nature and the spoken word. It all has deep healing powers, too, and our next guest is here to tell us all about it. His new book, The Complete Guide to Sound Healing. Pleased to chat with the author, David Gibson, out of Atlanta, but now in Sausalito. How are you, David?
I'm good.
Good to have you on board.
Thank you.
Well, I asked you this out of the gate when we were chit-chatting, but who knew the ears were the gateway to healing the body? Why is that so?
You know, because it's all frequency. In physics, I was a physics major, you know, so in physics, it's proven that everything is vibration. And we know it intuitively as well, that everything is vibration. And because it's vibration, you can really change that vibration. And you know, the whole key is stress causes the vibration to start buzzing. It's like a, right?
Right.
And the whole thing is to get back to that consistent hum, which is where the peace is.
And music has a way of doing
Oh my
that.
God.
You're in the car and all of a sudden your favorite song goes on. You may have had a bad day at work and all of a sudden you're rocking out in your car. It just makes you feel good. It changes the chemistry a little bit, doesn't it?
And it's, I mean, you don't even have to have any science to prove that, because we all know
we
it.
already
So
know it works.
I mean, it can take you to bliss, and then to tears. You know, it's so powerful. But in sound healing, also we use frequencies that get more specific. So you can go to the frequency of a specific cell, or you can go also to using intention, where you actually can set an intention to really, you know, open people's hearts. I mean, there's a full range of things you can do that are very specific besides the music, but music's really the most powerful.
Love it. Yeah. Love it. Well, you've got some techniques for releasing some of this tension and stress. Talk about that, and I know you brought some props in as well.
You know, the main thing is really the consistent tone. And just about all of the instruments, including the voice, because in the voice we use a lot of vowels instead of consonants, like ooh. It's just that consistency. And I've learned that the definition of peace is consistency. It's, you know, you can have silence and it can be uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But when you have a consistent tone like this, and you tune into it, it's the stillness. And there's so many people that can't get back to that stillness anymore. You know, it's like we got to do something. It's like we're bored, we got to do, and we can't stop. And that's really the key, is to be able to get back to that stillness of who we are, really.
And are we seeing some of these techniques in hospitals, doctors' offices, that kind of thing?
You know, I've got a lot of CDs that are in multiple hospitals, including for surgery as well. And the hospitals are really embracing it now for alternative therapies. We've also done research with a dozen Parkinson's patients. We have these sound chairs that have subwoofers in the table, and they vibrate you into bliss, right?
All right.
And so we brought in the Parkinson's patients, and it gets rid of their tremors every time.
Really?
Every time. It's amazing. The power is unbelievable. And we have one guy who does sound with the voice. He's on our staff, because we have a college, and he has actually worked with over 70 people with cancer, and the people, 65 of them say the cancer is completely gone.
Well, what did my wrestling coach used to say, and I say it on the show all the time, if you convince the mind, the body will follow.
That's really the whole deal. It's really, and so my main goal is really to explain scientifically what's going on, so that people will believe it and understand how it works. So, because if you don't understand it and believe it, then your mind isn't going to really do it. I mean, if you don't believe in it, it's not going to work.
I'm going to ask this because it's because I don't sleep a lot because of 4 hours. But sound and sleep.
Oh my goodness.
Is there a correlation there?
Oh yeah. Well, you know, the main thing, there's this very specific science as to how different frequencies and rhythms entrain the brain into different brainwave states. There's delta, which is deep sleep, and you can use brainwave frequencies, which are like whoa, 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 and entrain you into that state, and it's incredible. I have people that haven't been able to sleep, that now they're addicted to my CDs. You know?
And they're sleeping a lot.
They're sleeping. Yeah.
Well, it's fascinating stuff, and your book is a must-read. So thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. pleasure.
If you'd like more information about healing with sound, log on to geneom.org. That's geneom.org. Back with more Bass Sunday right after the break. Stay right there.